Oh, it's not coronavirus, I swear. Hi guys, it's Tani. Welcome back to my channel. Now today, look, I've noticed I've been getting a lot of questions on my Greek island hopper vlog that I did with Contiki. So I thought I would kind of do another video on that as such, but go a bit more in depth on what happens day to day, because I know before I went by myself, I was looking up a lot of different YouTube videos that had in-depth information on the tour, how it worked. So yeah, this is coming from someone who, it was their very first Contiki, it was their very first time traveling alone, and yeah, like very first experience doing all of this. So I just want to break it down a little bit more for those people who will probably like me and just want to have a bit more reassurance and know what to expect when they go. So what I'm going to do is just go day by day and go through basically everything that happens. Everything from like meals to like sleeping arrangements to the add-ons, what you actually do and how, basically everything. So yeah, if you're one of those people looking for a lot of information, this is the video to watch. Okay, so while I was over there, I actually kind of did a day by day, just a really brief recap on what we got up to, so I remembered everything when I got home. But I'm also just going to use the Contiki book to try and like explain what the stuff says in here as well. So starting with day one, first thing, like when you land in Athens, you have to sort out how you're going to get to the hotel that you are staying at. For me, I have a very overprotective mother who was like, let me pay for your transfer at least. Like, I paid for my trip, but she was just a bit worried because I was traveling alone for the first time. So she paid for somebody to come pick me up and take me to the hotel. So that was already arranged. I had someone essentially waiting there with my name on a piece of paper. So that was really easy for me. However, if you're arriving on your own and don't have anything organized, there's a lot of help points that you can go to. I do believe there is, I think it's a bus. I think you can get a bus, or there's definitely heaps of taxis around as well. So don't stress too much about how you're getting to the hotel. But anyway, once you get to the hotel, it's most likely going to be the Poseidon Hotel, which essentially overlooks the water in Athens. Beautiful location, really modernized inside as well. Actually, what I should mention is Athens is a little bit run down. I found this really useful knowing before I went there because I didn't have high expectations, but a lot of people at my Contiki were kind of surprised by what it looked like. So it's a little bit run down. However, I think when you go in knowing that, it's actually it's still exciting. The driving is also very different. Well, not extremely different, but it's a little bit more carefree than I would say like in Australia, for example, which didn't freak me out. I was fine, but like just as a heads up, the driving is a little bit crazy over there. But anyway, so once you get to your hotel, you'll check in. Now, if you are traveling alone, you will probably be sharing a room with someone who is similar age and same gender as you. So for me, when I was over there, I was assigned with a girl who was similar age group, and she was also female. And okay, this was the scariest part for me, was you get to the hotel, they give you your room key and you go up to your room, and I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be walking in on this person just randomly? But yeah, I ended up meeting my roommate, loveliest girl ever. We got along so well, and honestly I was just so glad that that's taken out of your hands as well. I know this is stupid, but another thing I was worried about was it kind of just being up to you who you bunk with. And in my mind, I was like, oh, no one will want to sleep in the room with me. So it's all arranged for you. They just read out your name and who you're sharing a room with. You can change later on in the tour. Like, you can always just ask for a room swap. It's no dramas at all. However, it was just a relief for me to know like it was all sorted and I didn't need to worry about like buddying up with certain people. So day one, you're at the hotel, you check in, you put your stuff away. You meet your roommate. Then there is a welcome meeting. I think it was at about 6 or 6:30. It was later on in the afternoon, or in the nighttime I should say. Basically what happens is your Contiki group leader, like your tour guide essentially, will greet you all. You get to meet everyone for the first time. You're essentially just in this like, kind of just like a big dining room, and Your tour guide just runs through absolutely everything to do with the trip, just so you know what to expect. It does take a little while. I think we were there for about an hour, and then afterwards I think we had, did we have dinner provided? Yes, the Poseidon had a buffet dinner provided, which was awesome. They had really nice food there. So we just had a buffet style dinner. The Poseidon has a rooftop bar and pool. So cool. So everyone just went up on the rooftop that night. You kind of just mingle with everyone, and it's like a really good chance to start to get to know people. A few people I think went to bed because they were really tired. I was exhausted, however, it's a really good opportunity to get to know everyone before the tour really begins. So I would suggest trying to stay up if you can. But yeah, so that was day 1 for us. Day 2 was, actually, I just want to explain the add-ons first. Okay, so at the welcome meeting, we were asked to decide what add-ons we wanted to do. That's the bit that surprised me. I didn't know I had to figure out what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do. Now, essentially, add-ons are things that you can do in certain places that are organized by Contiki. So, for example, like traditional dinners at certain restaurants, they will like drive you there and drive you back home, so you don't have to worry about transport. It might be like, what's another one we did? We did like a speedboat, snorkeling. Did we do snorkeling? I don't know, but like those kind of activities that you pay extra for. You can choose to do no add-ons at all the whole time, or you can choose to do all of them, or you can choose to do some of them. I myself ended up doing all of them. I was only there for 2 weeks, so I thought I may as well make the most of it. So that's most of the nitty-gritty stuff out of the way. So yeah, back onto day, like the first official day, I guess, of the tour. We were still in Athens at this point. What we had the option of doing was there was a city tour that day and also a traditional dinner. So these were both add-ons. So we, I of course did both. So the whole day was pretty much consumed by the city tour. So what happens is a bus picks you up in the morning and they take you to the Olympic Stadium, which was pretty cool. And then you go to Parliament House. Then it was the Acropolis, I think. So Acropolis was probably one of my highlights of the tour. It's amazing to see up close, and the view from Acropolis is just amazing. And then we had a bit of free time, so we went shopping for a little while. I was actually really surprised by the shops they had there. There was like even a Sephora, really nice clothing shops as well. That's the one thing I regret, is not doing more shopping in Athens, because I went, oh, maybe I'll save my money for the islands. But honestly, Athens actually probably had my favorite shopping there, not gonna lie. And then that night there was a traditional Greek style dinner. This was my favorite night. I have no idea why, but it honestly was the best night ever. So essentially what happens is, so you first go back to the hotel after the city tour. And then, so you have a chance to like shower, get changed, like it's not rushed at all. And then you get on the bus again, takes you back into the city, and you go through the most beautiful little Greek streets. We got a lot of photos like in front of the cute little doors. And yeah, so we go to this traditional Greek style restaurant. I think it was a 3-course dinner. And then there's Greek dancing as well, which was so much fun. So yeah, there were people like, the people that worked there, they were up and dancing in the middle, and then towards the end of the night they actually grab some of you to get up and dance with them, and they teach you these moves. It's so much fun. Highly recommend it. Even if you're a really anxious or scared person, it's such a good opportunity to mingle with other people because you're all laughing. Really good. So that was day 2. Okay, so now on to day 3. You wake up in Athens, and then that's when you make your way to Mykonos. So this was a super early start. I can't exactly remember the time, but I think we woke up at like 4:30, or maybe we were meeting at 4:30 in the morning. I don't know, but it's a super early start because you have to get on the bus. The bus takes you to the ferry. What's it called? A dock? Marina? What's it called? Well, it takes you to your ferry. So ferries were not what I expected at all. Essentially, it's like this massive boat. What happens is you You and like all the other like just general tourists all wait on the dock, and it like lowers the back down. Do you know what I mean? Like this is the back of the ferry, and then it like just opens down and everyone just walks on. So you get your ticket, you are assigned a seat, however you can move once you have taken off. I think taken off like left the port. The port, that's the word I was looking for. Now on the ferries you can buy food, you can buy drinks, they supply like a lot of things on board. They're actually really comfortable as well. It's kind of like when you're in an airplane, like that kind of seating. Like it's not like, when I think of ferry I think of the Sydney ferries with like the hard seating and whatnot, but no, it's not like that at all. You're very comfortable. But what you don't, or what I didn't know, is that it's such a long way to Mykonos. So I'm pretty sure it was like a 6-hour ferry ride. Like it was a long time. So get some friends, have a chat, even have a nap. I would recommend having a nap because you are not ready for Mykonos. It's a pretty big day, day 3. So like you have an early start and a pretty late night. So what happens is you will get off the ferry and then a bus will pick you up and take you straight to your hotel. You're probably going to stay at called Paradise Beach Hotel, which is the best place to stay. Super traditional Greek style like houses. So you've got the white houses with the blue doors that you stay in. The beds aren't the comfiest. I think it is on concrete, and then you've got your mattress. But honestly, a bed is a bed and you won't care how comfy it is at this stage. Oh, we were so lucky we had a room that overlooked the beach. But yeah, it is a really nice location because you just literally walk down the road and that is the beach, the Paradise Beach Club. The club's pretty insane. I think that day we got to our hotel probably about, I'm trying to remember, it was probably like 2:30 maybe. I actually can't remember at all. So you get to your hotel, unpack, and then you've essentially got the afternoon free. So I think me and my friends just went down to the beach, had a swim, got some food, try gyros if you haven't, so good. But the food there is amazing. So you just go and eat down at the Paradise Beach Club. It has the best club, like it goes off every single night. There's so many people, awesome atmosphere. Then that night was our first add-on in Mykonos, and that was the bar crawl. Oh, it was called Mykonos by Night. That was the add-on. Right, okay, so Mykonos by Night is a tour. So the bus picks you up, takes you into the town of Mykonos. What happens is you, your tour guide will just take you to a few different popular bars. You'll find that almost any place you go to, you pretty much get free shots on arrival. So, or like a free drink or something. So that's the perks of being with Contiki. And then we just, it was crazy. We also went out for dinner that night. I think we just went wherever we wanted for dinner. There's lots of different restaurants around the place. You're bound to find something that you will like. And we also went to go and see the famous windmills as well. Funnily enough, I had never heard of the windmills in Mykonos, but everyone else had. They're often on the postcards. Yeah, you go and see the windmills. You just basically have like a little walk through the streets as well. It's really cute, so much fun, honestly. Sorry, that was all a bit jumbled that night, but yeah, so it's bar hopping and having dinner as well. That was essentially, what was that? That was day 3. Now, what I might do is actually cut this video into like 2 or 3 parts. So I'm going to finish filming here, and then if you guys like this or find it helpful, then I'll film the rest of the days as well. Yeah, so please remember to give this video a like if you have enjoyed it and have learned something. Please leave any comments down below that you have on any of the discussed days or any questions that you have. Anyway, I will see you very shortly for part 2. Bye!